Hey YouTube, it's your boy Widgie here, coming at you with some more Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition, and I've got some fresh, hot off the press, juicy Brit gameplay for you. So if you guys don't know, there's been a big March update that has recently just hit, and it's introduced new cards to the British civilization. And there's already some sort of talks about new metas, new strategies, new building, new BOs, building orders, or build orders, can't even speak today. But there is something here that was sent over to me from my good old friend GG Revnak, sent me over a replay already on the brand new update, and we are going to jump into that straight away, and we're going to see what these cards can do and how it changes the overall strategy for the British. Let's get into it. Right guys, find me on the battlefield. Let's click that play button and away we go. So we have Revnak playing here in the bottom right of the map as the good old newly improved, well, we shall see, but newly improved, let's say, British here in the pink. And top left, we do see Indian playing here with good old Lemme playing as the Indians. So there we go, guys. It's going to be very interesting. I can't wait. There's the new ping system as well. You can see that. Look at that. You can see the cool little effect there. I don't know if you can change. I think you can put what you want to... Yeah, but look at that. Nice little, cool little thing there. Anyway, I'll stop doing that. We are going to be looking at hopefully one or two new cards in here that's been released in the new update. And there's one in particular, which is the good old Greenwich time. Now, this card is absolutely ridiculous. Every time you build a TP, it reduces your age up, and I think it reduces your upgrades as well, the time it takes to get an upgrade. So it means that you can age up really quickly, and you can actually open up with TPs as the British. Now, normally you only really build one TP if you're doing like a Virginia company boom. You'll build a TP so you can get that card in as soon as possible, but this Greenwich time means that you can build multiple TPs and actually take over a TP line, and we're going to see, I think, how that works out. So we do see Revnak now putting down a TP right here in the north, and we can see the 1v1 deck, and what do we see? We see this beautiful new card, the Greenwich time card, and we do see a second one here in Age 4, the Rangers card. So let's look at the Greenwich time one first, which is shipping one trading post wagon. Each of your trading posts improve politician and technology research time. Now, that is absolutely insane. Now, I think that's any trading posts you have currently built will reduce it by 20%, but it does not stack. So you can't have, like, for example, you can't have 5 TPs and then you get everything instantly. It's diminishing returns on those percentages. Now, I don't know, they don't actually specifically say how that's calculated, but it doesn't mean that if I build 3 TPs, I'm going to get a 60% reduction. That's not how it works. But I don't actually know how it works because I don't really explain how the percentages work properly. But by just reading that, you would think, oh, okay, it's going to be, you know, minus 20% every time. But we shall see how quick it really is. So what's Revnak doing? He went for the 3-vil first, of course, and he's got rid of the VC now. He's not doing a VC build here at all. He's going to be using the... There's Revnak there. Yeah, we're going to be seeing the Greenwich time coming in. And we do have Lemme on the other side here. Now, spoilers, guys. I'm going to sort of give you a bit of a spoiler here. Actually, am I? No, I won't. I won't give you a spoiler. No spoilers. No spoilers. So we do see now the Explorer trying to grab the 80 wood. It's going to be really crucial, especially if you want to build more TPs. And we do see the card coming out. And this will also, by the way, ship one trading post wagon. Got to remember that. So, you know, it's just an insane card, I think. I think it's really good. Now, Lemme obviously knows about this card. He's probably done his research and he knows. So he's going to be putting his good old forward aggro out here next to the middle TP line to try and challenge that from Revnak. And he is going to be going up with the governor. So 200 gold and an outpost for him. And let's have a look at Lemme here. Obviously going with the aggro. I always do that. I always hover over the age up, but I know what it is. I know that he's building the aggro. And only 1 vil on the aggro. Okay. So here we go, guys. The Greenwich time is going to be coming out. There it is. It's popped. And now you can see that age up has increased just a little bit. Just age 1 to 2. It's going to be increased a little bit there. So you've got 20% reduction on that time. So you're going to be aging up quicker. So even with the delay, I think you still get into a pretty good age up with Brits. You know, even though you're going for that Greenwich time. We can see, once again, as I recently sort of featured in one of my YouTube channels, the wall meta. We do see Revnak going down with walls immediately because he's probably anticipating a push from Lapsy here. And we do see a TP on the other side going down. An age up coming in.
Ready.
Outpost wagon going down. And Revnak has sort of said that this is a semi-FF style build here. So not what you normally see with Brits. Normally you see a good old boom, good old H2 play. And then later on sort of aging up. But we're going to be seeing some sort of semi-FF play here. So really interested to see how that goes. But there are going to be way more different build orders and styles coming out. I thought I would just give you guys something very, very fresh, hot off the press of what's happening right now with the Brits. And I thought I'd show you just, you know, a game. A brand new game, and seeing how this Greenwich time is going to work, especially with the upgrades as well. Because remember, guys, you know, it reduces the research time on technology and politicians. So it's not just your age up. It's all your technology as well. And I don't know whether that includes market stuff as well. Probably does, which is absolutely insane. So we do see a defensive barracks going down. Musk's on the way. And we've got 700 wood coming in. Most likely for a couple of houses. Let's have a look at old Lapsy here. What's Lapsy up to? Obviously getting the foreign logging, going quite greedy. Foreign logging. Actually, no, sorry. Went for diplomatic intrigue. No, foreign logging and then now diplomatic intrigue. Seapoy's going out to challenge that TP there because, you know, if he takes one of the TPs down, it's really going to hinder the age up time and sort of upgrades and technology that Revnak can get. So it's a good job. He is now getting the placer mines. You can see how quicker, look how quick placer mines is there. Just going round. You can clearly see that's a hell of a lot quicker. So you can really get all your upgrades in a lot quicker. And just think about if you had all 4 TPs. Like if you did like a mad 4 TP sort of play and you played age 2 for a bit more and you could get all these upgrades so quickly. And it is kind of weird though, because when you normally build lots of TPs, you're normally forced to play H2, but I think you got to have a semi-FF in mind, or maybe an FF or semi-FF in mind, because that's what the main like advantage is about that card, you know. And if you build all these TPs in H2, you're kind of forcing yourself to start to protect those TPs and play more of a H2 sort of contained strategy, which isn't really getting the most out of the Greenwich card. So I think it's definitely caters to like a semi-FF style, I'm afraid. I think that's how this card is going to be used. This is one of the biggest ones out of all of them, but we do know that there are ones like the upgrade to the Longbowmen where you get siege, so they can improve their siege range and stuff like that with like flaming arrows. And we've also seen that you've got these rangers as well. Lots of things around the rangers, so, you know, replacing all your longbow with rangers could be a play in age 2. Who knows? So we do see more cards coming down. Looks like it was just a straight 700, 600 wood, and we're seeing houses. We're seeing a bit of a boom going on. Now the 700 coin is coming in, and I think this is where the semi-FF magic is going to happen. So basically, you know, if as long as he can protect both the two TPs that he's got, that's going to enable him to have a reduction in age up by way more than 20%. You know, I don't think it is 40%, guys. I honestly don't think it's 40%. I think it's something less than that. But once again, I don't really know how it's calculated. They don't really I don't really mention how it is. We'd have to do a few tests on some market upgrades, maybe see how long a placer mine upgrade takes, and then compare it to really get an understanding. We do see some longbow coming out now, but it looks like he's pretty much gone. You can see here, Revnak looking really good with his macro, and this is the semi-FF. You know, yes, he's lost that TP, but he just does still have this one available. He's going to get a 20% reduction on his age up. Now, does that mean he's still going to go with a fast age up, or is he going to go with something else? Is he going to go with like a TC? I don't know. Does Brits even have the Exiled Prince as an age up? I think they do. It's been so long since I played Brits. I'm quite noobish with that. But you can see here that he's got his macro in. 8 minutes. Look at that. A classic sort of semi-FF here. Opening up with probably, I think it was about 15 musks. That's really weird. Look at that. Yeah, they've messed up their where you can click things. Look at that. Look, I'm clicking on a wall there. Yeah, the buildings are a bit funky. I think somebody's already mentioned that the update has changed the hitbox on these buildings. Look how... That's really weird. That's really odd. Okay, enough of that. Anyway, we do see Gurkhas pushing in here. Lapsy doing, trying to put as much pressure on as possible. Going for a really gold-heavy sort of approach. I think went foreign logging, then the diplomatic intrigue, and went straight for 700 coin. So really, really focusing on getting Gurkhas out as soon as possible, which you don't normally see with India. Normally, it takes a little bit of time to start getting Gurkha production, because trying to get that gold in can be difficult if you don't go for the 700 gold. So Lapsy is going to pressure here and try and do as much as he can. But what do we see from Revnat? We do see the age up. The reduced age up, by the way, I would say. And it is the Adventurer. And I think we're going to start to see more semi-FF, to be honest. I think the Greenwich time card is gonna offer that. And it definitely can offer FI potentials, I think, as well. You know, but the only issue is it's trying to defend your TPs, because they're not in your base. They're in the middle of the map most of the time. They're really undefended. If you want to go FI, then you got to really hope that there isn't somebody who wants to be aggressive on the map, who wants to put some pressure on you. And 9 times out of 10, there will be people that do that. So I don't know. I think the longbowmen have changed. Yeah, they've updated the models of the longbowmen. They've got like little headscarves now. Yeah, they look different. Would you look at that? I might try the photo mode here, guys. How about that? Maybe we should try the photo mode. We'll try it. We'll see how it is. That's a new photo mode thing that you can do where you can take pictures without the UI and everything. So we might actually do that. We do see Vet Musketeer pushing out now. The good old Musk Longbowman composition. And we might actually... Yeah, let's see if we can do it. Let's quickly go into... This is photo mode, guys. Just wanted to quickly show you this. I don't think it's in the beta stage, but there's definitely a few things that I would say. Number one, the elevation keys don't work. So if I do Q and E, nothing is elevating. Which is annoying, because I probably could try and change it. What else? You can toggle UI, which is nice, which is with T. There you go. So we can get actually a full picture now. Look at that. Beautiful. So I could... Oh, I actually can't... okay, that's another thing. I can't actually drag in this mode here. So I'd have to use WAS, but like my... It's going to be really difficult for me to try and get a good picture, but we might just use this, and then we can use the Alt key, and we can actually rotate. Look at that. So we can actually start to get some of the archers. Annoyingly... Actually, no. How about we do this instead? Oh, no, that should be good. There we go. We'll get a picture like that. Let's just move it along. Oh, God, it's really annoying because the mouse is... Hang on a second. One sec. It's because the scroll speed. Hang on. Here we go. Let's put the scroll speed down to like 5. It's still really difficult. Photo mode. And then we'll go Alt again. We'll turn it. Yeah, so I would honestly do something like that, where I think that's quite a good one though. There you go. What about that? We toggle that off. Look at that, beautiful. And then we can just do a screenshot. So I think it is, there it is, screenshot, beautiful. Now the only thing what I'd love to do is if you could press play, like if you could maybe do like a slow motion of the play, and you can see. But there we go. So we can back out now. I'm just going to go ahead and change that back. Scroll speed back up to my good old 35. And then we're good. There we go, guys. We're back. We're back. Let's do it. Anyway, we do see now, you know, Revnat coming in here, trying to put some pressure on. And Lapsy obviously staying in H2 like India like to do most of the time. I do say that. But we do see a Taj Mahal Now, I rarely see a Taj Mahal going down in Age 3. That's going to give them a lot of coin, the Taj Mahal. And I rarely see that being built for Age 3. Got to be honest, guys. That is a rarity. And now we see some Falcons coming out. He's going to get his last batch of Gurkhas, I believe. And that's going to be it. And there is all the gold. How much? I think it's like 1,000. Oh, no, it's got to be 1,000, isn't it? There's like 800 gold or something like that, I think. And now we do see Revnat pushing forward, looking pretty good. And we do see Gurkha upgrades coming in straight off the bat, which is always something that I've got to work on, you know. But I don't know. I think I'm loving the new model of the archers here. They've got a real big sort of like quiver now. Oh yeah, they do ceasefire, don't they? Yeah, there you go. So he's managed to pop his ceasefire, so he's going to have to go back. But yeah, that's absolutely crazy. I don't know if I like the models or not. They look pretty cool. They look pretty cool. I wonder why they changed it. Anyway, what do we see on Revnak's side? Stables going down. Very sort of tight-knit base. Look at this. Look how tight-knit this base is. Very, very defensive. And some Vils are going to have to start to come out. And we do see Laps's Hussars here. And Revnak doesn't even know it's there. And he's just put his... he's just done his... Oh, no, that's a shame. Oh, no, he's giving it away. All of his Vils are coming here. And he could have got some juicy kills. I don't know if he's going to be able to get any kills here, to be honest. No, he's not going to bother with it. He's going to ride off into the distance. But, yeah, I mean, you know, Revnak immediately reacting to that, getting the Great Coat, which is going to increase HP of his Vils. And we do see now, of course, the Siege Elephants coming out for India. And 9 Sepoys on the way. And this is going to be a bit tricky for Revnak to deal with because there's a lot of Gurkhas here. And he doesn't really have... He's got the 2 Falcons, but the Siege Elephants are really good against Falcons. And he might be in a tricky situation. So, yeah, definitely building a stables is probably the best thing to do. 5 Hussar on the way. It's a good idea. And once again, the age-old issue with Brits is, you know, you go through food so quickly and you've really got to protect your hunts. That's 100% crucial to protect your hunts there. And, you know, not much has changed here, to be honest, from the normal Brit play. But I think it's all about the start of the play, you know, all about getting that Greenwich time card, enabling you to play more of a semi-FF style, which is kind of sort of unusual for Brits. I don't normally see a semi-FF style coming in with Brits. It's normally like a good old H2 boom. Pretty much always, or like an FB, like a forward base and pressure and stuff like that. So it does open up another avenue for Brits, and I think that's a good thing, but I think it's a bad thing as well because it just sort of buffs Brits even more. It gives them another sort of route to go down, and they've basically got an answer to everything, all different play styles, and that's how it shouldn't be like that, you know. There should be civs that have advantages of doing some types of play style and disadvantages of doing others, you know. You shouldn't be able to be like able to do everything well, you know. And I think with this Greenwich time card, I think that's kind of what that's doing. I understand where the developers are coming from. They want to change the kind of play and sort of freshen it up a little bit, refresh it, but I'm not too sure. So what do we see here? We do see a ton of Gurkha Sepoy comp with some Siege Ellies. And Revnak is obviously making sure to double down on the SARS here to try and deal with the Gurkhas, because boy, oh boy, that's a lot of Gurkhas. 31 Gurkhas coming in, and looks like it is going to be kicking off right here. That's actually quite a good shot. Maybe I should have done a picture of that. It doesn't matter though. It's fine. More longbowmen coming out now for Revnak. He does love his longbowmen. He really does. He really, really does. I wonder if he's going to be adopting the Rangers. You know, starting to try those bad boys out instead of longbowmen. Many, many strats could be made here, but this is just a fresh look, guys. Hot off the press. I thought I'd show you this game here. So we do see now Lapsy in a really good position, actually. India so good with their eco, getting a village at every shipment pretty much. And we do now see a third TC going down. There's 2 being put down there. I think, yeah, he's just been chopping a ton of wood. Probably his next card is probably going to be Yurumi. That would be a pretty nice card. But he could get anything. He could get Royal Green Jackets because he's got so many Gurkhas here. So strong. And he has no cav to deal with the longbowmen, so he's probably just going to try and deal with them, with the Gurkhas. Going to see how it goes. 2 Falconets are going to try and work on the TC here, which is actually going to be really disastrous for Lapsy. He's sort of pushed out a little bit too much again, a little too ambitious, and he is going to lose that TC. Gurkhas are going to now start to move in now, pick off a couple of the longbowmen, try and do as much as they can, but we are going to return back to both sides. And we do see ending relations now with the Ottomans. That's quite late, actually. Should have probably did that a little bit earlier. Probably switched to the Brits to give them some extra HP for the military, and also some really good redcoat shipments and stuff like that. But India just doing a really sort of balanced macro here. I like it. Making sepoys. How many barracks do we have? We've only got 2 barracks. No stables at all. It's all just infantry here. Yes, we do see it, the Royal Green Jackets. I thought that would be the case. With the sheer amount of Gurkhas that he has, it does make sense. Either that, or I would have seen the Urumi potentially, because there's a lot of infantry here for Revnak. But he is starting to rack up quite a lot of Hussars. And scores pretty even the entire game, to be honest. And we're going to be seeing it kicking off right here, I think. All these units swarming around, just waiting for the first person to make the move. Siege Elephants are going to be prioritizing on those Falconets, making sure that he locks those down as soon as possible. And here we go. Gurkhas are going to be getting in. The Hussars can't really squeeze through. And I don't know whether Lapsy's trying to bait the Falks. And he wants to be careful of that Siege Jelly in the wrong place there. Gurkha's in a really good position. Sepoy perfect with the Hussars. The Sepoys are going to get stuck in. Falks are going to try and see what they can do on the side here. Trying to get some good shots. And I think the Siege Jellies are going to have to try and do something to deal with those Falconets. Musketeers are straight in the brunt of it. And yes, we do see some firing there from the Siege Jelly. Did he lose the other one? Yes, he lost the other Siege Jelly. I didn't even see that. He must have just thrown that Siege Jelly, which is a real shame. But, I mean, there's just so many Gurkhas. And the Gurkhas are they're just such a good unit. 149 HP to the 123 of the Longbowmen. And same sort of HP. And I think the Sepoy is just going to basically just sort of front this Falconet here. And we do see it go down, and Revnak in a bit of a sticky situation. And a really good trade there from Lapsy overall, I think. I think Lapsy did, even with losing that Siege Jelly there, I think he lost both of them. Even losing both Siege Jellies did a good job. Managed to nab both of the Falconets. And now another Gurkha shipment on the way. Now we see actually some Siege Ellie production. So he wants to get some more of those back. Such a great unit. One of the best units for India, I think. I think they've made this text a little bit smaller as well. It just looks smaller to me. I don't know. Maybe let me know, guys. So what do we see from the Brits here? So we don't see, we're not obviously showcasing all the cards for competitive play. Probably not, like barely any of the actual new cards will be used, but there will be a couple, maybe 2 or 3 cards that you'll probably see in competitive play. And definitely one of them that we've seen is this Greenwich Time. Potentially this Rangers card as well for age 4. And maybe that 8 longbow shipment, the unlimited 8 longbow shipment might be one. We do see that Revnak's got the 10 longbow shipment instead, but that could be a pick that people go for. And of course the siege one as well, the longbowman siege, the flaming arrows. We might see that as well. So we see some good old Falk production from Revnak. And a little bit of a dancing around here, just re-establishing. I don't know whether Lapsy's going to go for an age 4 here. Potentially. He's got so much food backed up, he probably is thinking about age 4, to be honest. He's holding that food off, so... These Siege Jellies, 300 wood and 350 gold. They are not cheap. Yeah, I think he wants to try and age up here. So Revnak making the decision to push now with his 3 Falks and the good old Musk longbow composition. And the Veals still being able to hunt quite freely. They're not really getting challenged too much. That's probably because Lapsy hasn't really got any cav on the field, so it's kind of difficult for him to do that. Gurkha's getting a nice first shot off on the longbowman there, doing some significant damage. So Gurkha's here. Look at this. 157 HP, 20 damage. Only 123 HP and 20 damage. So, but they are slower to fire though. Longbowmans are quicker, but they have to do their weird animation. They have to sort of charge up their animation first. But once they get going, they do fire pretty quickly. Now the Sea Jelly's doing a great job there. Look at that nice little snipe, and away they go. But those Longbowmen are going to do a lot of damage to the Sea Jellies, and one's already gone down. And look at this brilliant Mahout pop here, actually, from the TC. Absolutely beautiful, sniping the second Falconet. And now we're going to see all of the infantry of Lapsy move on in, trying to push forward as much as they can. Mahout's trying to get some snaring going, and they have successfully done that. And the Gurkhas are going to try and move forward as much as possible, using their range, trying to pick off as much. And Revnak in a sticky position here because Lapsy, I believe, is going to be aging up now. Yep, he's definitely ready. What's he doing? He's got so much food and gold. He only needs 1,200. Why is he not aged up? Have I missed something? Is he waiting for something else? I don't know. He's got so much resources. What's he doing? Very interesting. He's definitely age 3. Yeah, he is. Okay, I'm not too sure. There we go. There it is. I don't know why he was holding all those resources. Absolutely insane. And we now do see the Charm Gate going down. So that's going to be able to give him the Mansubdar units. And he does have 68 Vils. Does he have... He's got 3 TCs. Yeah. Got one right at the front here. Let's have a look at Revnak. Just good old Musk production. Is he going to get that full batch off? Unfortunately not. Struggling for food, which is always Brits' problem. And he has lost all the TPs that he had, you know. So this isn't really demonstrating so much the power of this new update, but I think the main thing to take away is the opening of this game, you know. That's the main thing. Is just looking at that and understanding that, so... Okay, so what do we see here? Lapsy is just buying his time because he is aging up. He might want to get his upgrades in if he can. If he can try and get a Gurkha upgrade in, he probably wants to. We do see a big old British expeditionary force, which is the 9 Redcoats and a Falconet, is on its way as well. He just needs to hold here. You know, it doesn't matter if he loses that TC. It's not the end of the world. He just needs to get the wood in, which he is doing now, so he can immediately get an upgrade in. I think the upgrade is 800, I believe, or 600. I can't remember exactly. We do see it coming in. It's actually not as much as I thought. The Gurkha was only, I think it was only 400. 400 gold, 400 wood. He has got the big Urumi shipment, the Swordsman Regiment, where you get the Mansubdar Urumi with another 9 Urumi behind it. And a villager, of course. A very powerful card, and that's going to be so good against Revnak's infantry mass here. And we do now see behind that is the Sepoy as well. Revnak bringing in 10 Longbowmen, trying to do as much as he can. He is pretty much max pop here, but he's got a lot of military. He's only got 70 Vils, and we're going to be seeing an exchange here, and I think this is just too much. We've got the honoured Gurkhas. I think this is gonna this could go quite badly for Revnak here. He's got predominantly Musk here. The Gurkhas are just going to be the front line here and just move in on the Falconets. Pretty much doesn't care. He's just going to move in, take them out, and then the Gurkhas are going to be able to clear up everything else. There are 3 more Falconets here though that I've just noticed. But we do have a Sea Jelly and a Falconet here, so yeah, probably best not to just throw those Gurkhas away. And yeah, we're going to see these Longbowmen trying to take this out, but I don't think it's going to be enough for Revnak here. He does have the 3 Falconets rolling in. But we do see now, of course, the Mahout shipment and a nice Urumi coming in, as they do with their awesome sort of squat stance as they come in. Wants to get those on the troops if possible, or maybe on the Falcons if you can. They're going to be rolling in. And look at them whipping around, absolutely deleting those units. And the GG is pulled for Revnak there. And yeah, basically, guys, the sort of surprise or the spoiler was the fact that Revnak did lose this game. So we're not immediately demonstrating how powerful Brits are now, but what I wanted to just show you, as I mentioned before, is just the opening, you know, the style of opening and what you can do now. Definitely a semi-FF is definitely possible, especially if you go against a passive Civ. You know, think about going against Dutch, you know, for example. You could easily secure a good couple of TPs, and that could allow you to get into Age 3 really quickly, and potentially Age 4. You could do some mad FI build with the Brits, and you could maybe utilize the Rangers here, the Rangers card. So, yeah, something to definitely think about. But guys, I hope you found this really enjoyable, useful, and there's going to be definitely some more stuff around the Brits. I'm hoping, you know, there's going to be more people trying out stuff, and hopefully I'll be lucky enough to get my hands on a few replays. I'll be able to cast them, and we can try and figure out what the best BOs are. That's build orders, by the way, what the best build orders are, the best strategies, and all that good stuff. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video or the next stream. Catch you later, guys.